Hey everybody, this is Jim. You're on the Edge of Tech, and welcome to the Community Showcase. How you guys all doing out there? Man, I tell you what, it is a great day here in Wisconsin, and happy Monday. So I have a little different setup. I'm a little discombobulated today, so I tore out. I'm cleaning the basement here where all my stuff is currently, and working on the garage at the same time. So I only have one screen tonight. Totally forgot that I took down the TV, which has the speakers, so I have my headphones in and a little discombobulated. But we have a great show for you, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I got to say, hey, everybody in chat, the people that were here early, thank you so much. And it is amazing. So let me see. I'm looking at Dr. Jekyll. Looks like you're first. Nice job. Bob, happy number 2. So I'm expecting people to jump in pretty quick here. Hopefully you guys got the notifications that we were going live. I was talking to Greg, and he said, hey, are you going live? And I said, yeah. And he said, weird, the notification didn't pop up yet. And I realized in the chat earlier, basically when I do the StreamYard event, it goes on to YouTube. I jump on and I fix it time-wise because I'm not sure every single time it's wrong. So earlier today, I fixed it, set it to central. We were good to go. Well, it must have changed itself because all of a sudden people are saying that we were not on the right time. So that stinks. But we have a great show today. We're starting to get up on the viewers, which is awesome. Thank you so much. Wendy, yes, we created a monster. I'm just joking. Casey's in the chat. We're talking about an Ender 3, and we can find a way to make that happen. If you guys need one. But hey, everybody, I appreciate you guys jumping in. Happy Monday. My monitor and camera are right here, and they're sitting on my bar. And I just noticed if I touch anything, I'm shaking. So I got to remember that throughout this show. A couple quick things. Let's go over some business, and we're going to get right into it. We have some really cool giveaways. Actually, Coex, Wendy's in the house. I saw her chatting already. They gave us some tickets to give away for next week. So if you are anywhere near the Chicago area or can get to Chicago, we have some cool stuff given away. The Fab Tech 2019 show is going on. It's a Fab Tech Expo. We'll talk about it a little later. It's the 11th through the 14th. You can go any day. I'm actually going to be there Monday, the 11th. So if you guys want to say hi, stop by and or anything like that, I'll be walking around with a friend of mine, and we're going to go to the Coex booth and say hi and spend some time there. By the way, Wendy will be there on Monday. I'm not sure if I told you that yet. I got off finally. I got the okay to get off from work. And they have like 17,000 exhibitors or something like that. It's all about like robotics, manufacturing, metal, lasers, 3D printing, all the cool stuff. And I have 6 tickets to give away. So we're going to have a little fun like that. Let's go through some business. First of all, Coex3D, thank you so much for everything you do for the channel, for the free filament giveaways, and for the discount codes. RPM Designs, Robbie Mack, thank you so much for everything. All the cool stuff in the backgrounds. You'll see some of it in a second here, but the logos to the designs, the banners, everything. Thank you so much, Robbie Mack and RPM Designs. And TH3D, I love the videos. I love the products from you guys. And speaking of TH3D, we might as well just bring them in. Hey, Tim, how are you?
I'm good, Jim. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great. We're just going through sponsors, and you're one of them. So I thought, perfect time to segue right into you. Thank you so much for sponsoring the channel and the show. I know you do some giveaways sometimes, and
maybe there'll be one tonight.
Ooh, we could probably make that happen.
How's my video coming through to you? Because I am uploading a video to YouTube right now.
Nice. It actually looks really good.
Okay.
So yeah, I see you got the good hat on, so I can go back and like the video with your camera. I don't know if you saw my comment on it
because I didn't have the hat on.
Yeah. So the other day, Tim chatted me or commented on one of my videos and said that it was the Alien 3D unboxing and said that I didn't dress up like Nerdy Jesus, so he's not sure he could like it.
I mean that's how that was our first introduction to each other. I called you a Nerdy Jesus. I was like, who's this Nerdy Jesus looking guy?
That is true story. So 3D Jimmy, to answer your question, the CR2V2 is not humming along right now.
Did you break that already?
What's up, Pooch? No, did you? If you check out, I should pull.
I caught bits and pieces of the stream.
I have it on my. I have a video. So no, all the build went fun. We had a great time. We had a great stream. So I'm wondering why this thing is not printing right. And oh, this is gold here.
Am I gonna make fun of you?
Oh, you're not gonna make. I don't think you'll make fun of me. You might make fun of somebody. But I got to share my screen here. I think I can do screen sharing. Oh yeah, I got all my stuff set up here. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm using one. I'm only using one monitor, so it's funky right now. But let's see. I think you know what? It's going to go crazy for a second. Sorry, guys, but we're going to get over it. Here you go.
Oh no.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
What is this, amateur hour here?
Yeah, this is. Apparently, we're amateur hour. I had another video pulled up, but give me half a second here. Yeah, it's right here. Videos. Why can't I share you videos? Oh, application. Oh, Chrome tab.
So now I have the hat on because my light's right overhead. My face is all dark.
Nice. So you can see this now, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let me make this. I'm gonna make this full screen because I want you to get the full effect here. Are you ready for this? Tell me what's wrong with this.
Yeah. That's a weeble wobble there.
Oh my God.
Is that motor not tightened down?
Oh, the motor's completely tight. The issue.
Are the holes rounded out?
I need to check the holes. Both of them do that, and the shafts. I pulled the couplers off. Both of the shafts straight out of those stepper motors are completely warped when you turn them. So when
I've never seen that. That's bad.
I have never.
Was that because like they're like, oh screw it, these are the $299 deal. We're just giving them whatever crap we have laying around.
Here. Let me pop this back up here. Full screen. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Watch them both. Oh yeah.
Holy shoot.
That is amazing. So long story short,
well, you got that from us because that was the one I got on a deal. Do you want me to send Creality a message, or do you want to contact them directly?
We'll talk about it after the stream.
I can send you I'll forward you the invoice from that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about. But anyway, so 3D Jimmy asked if I got it running. No, I didn't because I found that. So I tweeted that. Is it just the
motors?
Mm-hmm.
So if they just send you new motors, you'll probably be fine.
Yeah. So I tweeted that out. I think it was yesterday. I believe I tweeted that out or sometime, and people were throwing out like hula girl memes and like all sorts of fun stuff. So I just thought that was pretty good. So how you been, Tim?
I've been busy. If you want the honest answer.
Nice.
Just the general craziness that's been going on here. Aaron's been busy. Samantha's been busy. Everybody's been, doing their thing, and stuff's been moving along pretty smoothly. So it's good. So
that's the best. Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I mean, I've seen you guys have been doing some great sales. So I've been watching the sales and trying to jump those out there when I can. But
yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out for Black Friday. I don't know if we're going to do something like on Black Friday because our tradition was kind of like we did something like after. Okay. So, but if you guys are looking for deals on some ABL kits, I got guys putting together the remainder of the older stock from the V3 kits, so the previous generation. We're going to be clearing those out really cheap.
Nice.
So if you guys are looking to add ABL to your system and not spend a ton, so we're going to have that. And I also have I got to make a little video. So I was like, well, I got all these boards and components, and we had a bunch of sensors that we bought. Now these are new sensors from the kits, okay? And I'm like, man, what am I going to do with all these sensors? I got like 100 of these things, and I got all these boards because we didn't sell out of everything before we transitioned to the new Pro kits. So I got my guys making up little DIY kits here.
Nice.
So you can solder up your own easy ABL kit, and these will be, good for people that can solder and put together their own kit. So
that'd be cool.
I have this sitting here because I wanted to make a little video on how to solder it up.
Nice, do it. So real quick, that was not a return, Bernie. That was brand new. Someone said the couplers, check the couplers. I'm
pretty sure Jim can tell if a motor shaft is bent.
Yeah, it's funny. I will check the couplers because the couplers could have had a part in it, right? But I wish I took them off. I didn't take them off yet. I take the couplers off, and when you turn the motor, they go like this. Woo, woo, woo.
I mean, okay, the question is, for the price that printer was, do we even want to bother Creality, or do we just want to get some new motors?
Yeah, I either way.
Because new motors are going to run you like $20.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna order new motors anyway. Actually,
I'll find what would work and send you. I could also ask Aaron here because we might even have some Creality motors floating around here.
I have a couple. We'll talk after the stream, but I have a couple motors over here that I think might work that I got a while ago. Otherwise,
as long as they're the same, as they're the same exact motor, you want to have a matched pair.
Hey Tony, how are you?
Actually, I'm looking on Amazon. If you just search Creality Z motors, $14.99 will get you the exact same ones they use. I would personally just do that.
Yeah, I might actually grab a couple of your couplers too.
You know what? Do you want me to just order them? I can ship everything together.
I'll get it later.
Okay, I'll send you a link.
Oh, cool. Tony says hi from Orlando, which is awesome.
Where it's actually warm.
Mr. Buttram's in the house. How you doing, Ryan? I saw Pooch was here. Bernie, 3D Jimmy, man, Mike from Never Machines Win, a whole bunch of people. So now that we got our viewers guide, I'm not sure what happened with YouTube, but we're back up there. But yeah, it's a great day. Work was a little busy, but I love coming on Mondays and doing this. So I have to throw this out there early because I don't know how many people will be here later. Normally our numbers are higher later, but I'll say this at both times. I may not have a stream next week, but I might do the 5,000 subscriber stream in 2 weeks.
You're catching up. You're getting up there pretty quick.
We're talking. So I'm about 150 away. So if you haven't subscribed and you're watching, jump on that, hit that subscribe button. We have a free printer that's going to be given away along with a whole bunch of other stuff when I hit 5,000 subscribers. And I'm at about 150 away right now. So am I
eligible to win that printer?
No.
Damn it.
But yeah, so if you're watching, I really appreciate it. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do it. Otherwise, we have some really cool guests in the house. I know we were both at IRF. We spent a lot of time that weekend hanging out at the show, and then after the show, we all got to hang out, which was a lot of fun. But one of the big things at IRF this year was actually in the top level, and it wasn't.
We didn't see until Sunday.
Yeah,
I didn't even know they were there.
I saw them because I came in that way. But I actually went up and got 3D scanned, and on the way back, I swung by and I was stopped, talking to them, and I meant to film them. And what happened was, as I was filming, and I have some B-roll I'm going to show in a little bit here, I was filming, and Joel tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, I'm ready for an interview when you are." And I had asked him earlier before he went to lunch, and he found me and said, "Hey, I'm ready if you are." And I was like, man, that was really cool. So I turned around and we did the interview literally right in front of their booth, but facing the other way. And then in all the excitement, commotion, all that stuff, we shut the camera down and went back down and probably went by you guys and totally spaced interviewing these guys. And I apologize for that. But let's bring them in right now. Hey, how you doing, Mike?
Hey.
So this is Mike and
Drew.
from Autodrop3d and at Earth. You guys were in the top, and tell everybody what you do. Let's start with that.
Tell everybody what?
Like what you do. What do you guys do?
So we make, right now, we have a cloud platform that's designed for managing 3D printers in shared environments or print farms. We produce 3D printers that have automatic part ejection capability. So they run continuously unattended, and they just keep on scraping the parts off and keep on going all by themselves. And in our cloud platform, we incorporate a lot of other kind of cool stuff. We have 3D modeling tools that are built into the web platform.
Nice.
And we support billing and whatnot. So if you wanted to make your 3D printer public and make it so that people could send models to it, we can do all the credit card charging and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, we got a lot of different stuff going on.
Nice. It looks like we got John in the chat right now as well. So he must know you guys. He said John from Autodrop is in the chat as well. So
Okay.
nice, which is pretty cool. So it's really hard to explain without seeing this. So what you guys do, you created basically a cloud print farm, and you hook it up to some printers that literally print and then push the print forward and start over. Eventually falling off the cliff, as I saw when I was standing there. To give you an idea, I got some, let me see if I can drop this in. I'm going to share my screen 1 second, and we're going to show everybody what that looks like. Just because.
Yeah, we did a 25-hour stream the other day on YouTube, and the video still isn't available because I don't think they finished transcoding it.
I think they were. So I just got this new camera yesterday. I tried going live, and their servers weren't letting me go live. So maybe, I hope you local recorded that, because it might be a while.
So I think it's lost.
So can you guys see? Let me see what you're seeing here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make this full screen. Oh man, what if I go here? There we go. I'm dealing with not 2 monitors tonight, so I'm all discombobulated. But you guys see the printer now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So what? And I apologize for some of the fuzzy spots here. So what we're looking at is one of your printers. It is printing that part. What part is that?
I'm guessing it's maybe like the little bulldozer model or something else. I don't know exactly.
Nice. And then it's just about to be done. So when it's done, I heard that it goes through a cool down process, right?
Yeah, mostly to prevent a string on the nozzle. Not so much for the build surface, but
okay. And then when it's done, I see it pulling tight here, and then it pushes the model right off the surface.
Yeah, it actually slides the whole build plate forward, and there's a little wall in the back that just kind of pushes it up over the bump.
Is that what this is?
I can demonstrate that on one of our machines here.
Oh yeah, let me jump back in without going all sorts of crazy. There we go. Sure.
Okay, so if you give me a second to request a print, let me go and request a print.
So I do have. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I had just jotted down when you were talking about the software, because we're actually thinking about looking into your solution for our print farm here. Do you guys only offer the cloud solution, or if I have my own box here, could I set that up here locally?
So we don't have anything local at the moment, especially with like the billing and all that, but we could potentially talk about doing something.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'll mute.
Okay, so this particular printer right here is sliding the build plate forward, and I'm going to clear this out and put something back on the bed. But it has this little wall in the back that pushes the item on top of the bed, or on top of this little like landing strip area. So when it's in a second here, it's going to retract back and restore the bed to its original position and start printing out the next object. So see the thing is going back, and it's putting the print bed back where it normally is.
Nice. So then, essentially, if you have something underneath that that's collecting whatever pieces you're making, you could just keep printing as long as you don't run out of filament.
Yeah, or you just put it on a really tall shelf and the pile gets really high.
One thing would be cool is if you have a pallet or pallet. I don't know if the original pallet, but the pallet twos, you can load 4 spools in, and it'll just pull the next spool in. So you could actually just set it up with 4 rolls and just let it go.
I would love to test with one of those.
We were eyeing the 10 and 20 kilogram spools of filament when we were at our.
Nice.
Now, what about because I know, so you guys are using those monoprice the deltas, they're mini deltas, that's what those are. Having that actuator, what is the repeatability for that in terms of the bed? Because I know the delta that has auto leveling, but on a machine, do you basically have to have auto leveling on a printer for that to work correctly? Because I'm assuming the bed's going to shift a little bit when it's being retracted and pulled back.
So on the small printers, we shim the bed. So there's 3 screws that hold the entire sliding assembly there, and we basically shim underneath it with pieces of paper just to get that leveling dialed in, and then you leave it there and it stays leveled for months and months and months. And then if you need to reshim it, you got to reshim it, but it's a thing that you don't have to do quite often.
And I'm assuming there's no changes to the printer's firmware. I'm assuming that the linear actuator is being run off of like a Raspberry Pi or something like that.
Yeah, so the Raspberry Pi operates the ejection sequence. However, I hooked up with I forget what the guy's name is, but he was the guy there at Earth who had like the giant printer with 1 million tool changers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Scott from Marlin.
No. So he had in his booth right next to his printer, his big giant one, he had one with like a rotary bed, and it had a different kinematic system where the bed actually spun underneath.
Yeah, I've seen those before. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I've seen those before.
Yeah, well, his has a semi-flexible bed, so it bends off the edge, and it has the ability to auto eject. And I spent some time last week or the week before that working with him and getting that thing hooked up, and we were able to actually get it so that it can now access the queue and all that kind of stuff. And it's just some start and end G code that you add in, and it's off to the races. So if you have another way of auto ejecting, our cloud will hook up to your printers.
So now let me ask you this. Let's say I don't want to get rid of my guy that removes my prints. Would I be able to have like a button by each printer, and like he clears it, he puts the plate back on the bed, he presses a button that tells the system that it's then ready to accept another job?
Yeah, so
just like on a GPIO pin or something?
Yeah, I mean, we make a Pi hat for it, which has indicator lights and has buttons for everything.
Okay.
And actually, so next button is one of them, which basically, once it's done with a job, it just waits for some.
Oh, I think we lost him.
I think this is the remix. He's got his hand up. It's like,
I know. I was going to ask him. I was like, "Do you have a header for the button?"
yes.
All of our Pis are mounted not on the front of the printer.
Nice.
Hang on, Mike. If you can hear us, we lost you right when your hand was right here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As far as that goes, I mean, the GPIO pins, we tell you which ones of those you can use for which things. So potentially, if you want to just go and hook up buttons to it. Obviously, we have our cool Pi hats, which are nicer, and they just slip on. And
so, like for us, though, we have all of our Pis in extrusion-mounted cases, and it'd be nice to just be able to print a little button to sit in front of each machine instead of having to redo all the cases and everything.
Oh yeah. You can basically do whatever you want with that.
Right.
The other thing that we have built into that, basically the client software that runs on the Pi, is filament detection. So you don't have to go and revamp all of your printers to put them into a print farm environment. It makes it really easy to just drop in these boxes and make it so you can control them, even ones that don't have filament detection built in.
Nice. Tim went all Halloween on us.
Well, hey, this camera actually works well in low light.
No, that's super cool. So like in practical, like in real world scenarios, right? I set up a website. Maybe I want to sell benchies, right? Just because I'm using random stuff. And I want to sell. I designed a special benchy. Sorry, Daniel Norre. So I designed a special Edutech benchy. I want to sell them for $1 or something like that. So I set it up in the system in your cloud. It allows anyone around the world to jump in and say, I want to buy this for $1, and it shoots it to my printer. Is that how it works?
So the basically right now the queue is set up so that people upload their own parts, and then they can pick a location where it gets sent to. And then once it's at the location, it gets routed to a machine based on the size and the material that's on the machine.
Got it.
We are working on, and we're not released on it yet, but we are working on making it so that you can monetize your models in the system, where basically you can have a store of models, and every time somebody prints it, you could get paid.
Nice. That would be cool. I get it now. So I can upload my own models, and then people could choose them and print them, theoretically.
And they wouldn't have to be printed on your machine. They could be printed on somebody else's someplace else.
Gotcha. So if I set this up, say I wanted a couple of these, I wanted to set them up in right here on my bar. And I would set them up, and essentially I would be printing models for, it could be anybody.
It could be, and you have different options there, right? So you can operate it in kind of like the makerspace kind of environment where you have users that are inside your organization, and you can make them all have access to the printers. In that particular case, we kind of just charge a subscription, and it would be based on the number of printers you have.
Cool.
The other way of doing it is if you make it so that your location is public, you can have it so that it charges anybody who wants to go and print to your machines. And that's for more like maybe the library or something like that. Or if you're actually a print farm and you want to just be cranking out stuff for people. And there's optional moderation, which you can do also. So you can make sure that you don't get weird stuff printing. So
Nice.
That's really good for like schools and whatnot.
So say I'm out there and someone prints the part and it comes to my machine. How does that person get it then from there? I mean, do I arrange shipping, or how's that work?
So that's what we're trying to avoid here. We're trying to make it so that these printer locations are local and people can go and pick up the parts. So
Gotcha.
if you have like a computer store or something else where you have a location, and you want to make it so that people could just come down and pick up their stuff, you don't actually have to put in any effort except for loading the filament on the machine. The machine just goes and prints it out, scrapes it off, and then somebody comes down and says, hey, I need to pick up my model. And they're already charged. Their credit card's already been billed. It's all done for you.
Nice. And then John threw it out there. He said he should ask why we added moderation to our system.
Okay. Well, we had the system, and we made it public, and within a couple of hours, I had a giant pile of 6-inch cylindrical type objects.
They're referred to as YouTube buddies. And that's exactly what I thought you were going to say people did.
Yeah, I ended up with a pile of these.
Just imagine, you open your 3D printer up to the public. What do you expect is going to come up?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I had a buddy that's too cheap to buy S3D, so he's like, can you slice this file because Kira's just crapping out on me? And I definitely sent him a YouTube buddy instead of the STL he sent me. About halfway up the print, he just calls me. He's like, are you kidding me? I was like, you should preview your G code next time.
So basically, it's to protect whoever's printing it, which is hilarious.
Well, I would hope that you'd use protection any time you were using something like that. Okay. We got it. We got it.
Oh,
But
well, at least they could have made it like whistles, so you could have used them or sold them or something.
Yeah, no, these things were just solid.
were they like 100% infill too? Were they like super dicks about it?
So when we first did the system, we had the infill percentage hard coded, right? So this was early on when we were just kind of putting it all together. Since then, I mean, there's more attributes that the user can change.
For a long time, there was a slider, so it looked like the user was selecting their infill, but it just printed 20% infill anyway.
Oh man, there's some UI design guys that are going to just be like twitching when I hear that.
I think we now register your infill selection properly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, and it's a really cool thing because, I mean, theoretically, you guys could have these all around the world, right? And you could have people that don't have printers, or maybe design something like you said, but don't have a printer to print it on, or whatever. And you basically have print sites. Can
you still set it up for public access if you want to?
Yeah, and you can actually specify two different prices, one for your members and one that's for outside of your organization.
Oh, I was thinking for fun, I'll just have a printer in my office during streams and just people can send stuff to it.
Oh yeah, you can set it up with no price on it and
no moderation if that's your thing.
Yes, I'm a brave man. I grew up on 4chan, so there's nothing that can face me.
It's pretty fun.
As far as all that monetization stuff goes, I want you to kind of think about this kind of a scenario, right? You're designing a hydroponic system, and somebody else has designed a periscopic pump that you want to use. And it's a nice periscopic pump, and they said it's going to cost you $1 every time it gets printed. You put that design into your design, and now you could sell your whole little hydroponic system, and every time it gets manufactured, the person who went and put their time and effort into designing that gets paid.
Nice.
I do like that. It's a neat idea.
That is really cool. So 3D
Autodrop is
that's coming.
Autodrop is not just Autodrop. It sounds like this project started as like get prints off the bed automatically, and it's kind of evolving into this ecosystem, really.
That's the goal, because I mean we can make money by selling.
Are you gonna rebrand?
Are we gonna rebrand?
No, I'm saying like as it evolves, like because Autodrop, it's like just the. Well, I guess it works because when I think Autodrop, I think the print dropping off the printer. Because I remember when I saw you guys at New York Maker Faire and you had that Anycubic Delta on that like wood plywood setup with the acrylic sheet.
Oh, that was so terrible when we were there. Because
I saw it. I was like, this is interesting. I'll see where it goes. And then I saw you guys there. I was like, wow, they made a lot of work on this.
So truthfully, those bigger printers. We worked out a lot of bugs on those, and those with the way that we're building the ejectors now, if we were to have it so that it falls through the bottom of the printer, it would work out really, really nicely, especially if you had like a conveyor belt or something underneath it. So we could still produce those for people who want to go and run like a fully automated print farm kind of a situation. But nice. When we were at that fair, the sun was so hot that the prints were just melting and smearing on the bed.
Yeah, there was a lot of people having issues with the PLA jamming up. Even Prusa, they stopped their printers because it was so hot. The PLA was melting in the heat, or like not melting, but deforming in the heat breaks enough to stop printers from working.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
it was like 95 degrees out.
Yeah. It was not nice.
I think John answered this mostly, but 3D Maker Kids said elephant in the room, is it open source? And I know John threw a couple of responses in, but what's your official on-camera response, right?
Yeah, so we've gone through the effort of protecting the IP on the ejector system. That's mostly to prevent Stratasys from being jerks. But we're pretty much open to licensing that to anybody who wants to be producing printers, as long as they use our software and we get like some kind of a small nominal royalty per machine. Like the software itself, right? As far as the client software, if you have your own auto ejecting printer with a different way of ejecting, go nuts, and we'll help you. But that's up on GitHub. You can play with that. And the other open source type of components that we use, those are in the GitHub repo for any kind of changes we've made to them. The billing side of it, we're not putting that out there, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, the thing is, and this is a common misconception in the printer community, is they think that anything related to a printer, like some people think, oh, it's related to printer, it has to be open source, has to be free. It's not. That's not the case.
Now,
protecting IP and stuff.
It takes time and effort to do this kind of stuff, and then you got some of these big companies out there that just go and intimidate people out of business, and it's not cool.
Well, and there's also just a lot of people in general that they don't really care about open source for the sake of open source, like being able to repair their own stuff. There's a lot of people out there that just want to, capitalize on the work of other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the unfortunate reality, of some of this stuff.
Yeah, it is. So how hard is it to get set up? So say I jump on your website, I open up, or I buy a printer, printer gets here, from start to finish, how much time we look in there, and then as far as cloud setup, is it difficult? Could someone who's never done this before do it, or how's it go?
Yeah, so there's a lot of documentation that's coming and some videos for how to set the stuff up. But realistically, as soon as you order a printer off our website, you can hop into the cloud and you can start getting things set up. So you need to set up your location, which basically is the place that's going to collect all your printers. You need to set up your slicing profiles, which we have some stock ones for our machines. And you need to create your printer, which is going to give you an ID and a key. And then once you get the printer actually in, you can take that ID and key and you enter it into the printer. The printer is actually really easy to set up. We have a button on it that you press, and it switches into a Wi-Fi access point mode. And the point behind that is that you can connect to that access point with whatever computer you have or cell phone or whatever.
Right.
And you can put in those settings, like the key and the password, right, and then also your Wi-Fi credentials. And then you press the button again, it's online, and if you had stuff in the queue, it'll start printing.
Nice. So maintenance-wise, on the printers you guys offer, is it pretty much like a standard printer maintenance? Is it? Does it come ready to go?
Yeah, the out of the box, ours are ready to rock. The bigger Rostock Max V4 based machines, that one actually is going to come packaged in two separate boxes, one for the ejector and one for the printer, and it's just plugging in a couple of wires and setting the thing in place, and you're ready to rock.
Ooh, so you have one for one of those?
We do.
I have a Max V4 sitting right over here. We might have to play with that.
So if you already have a Rostock Max V4, rather than having to buy the whole thing from us, we could potentially get you a kit, which would just be the ejector, and you would either have to take the side panels off of it and run some extra wires up and down to the top, or you can just run them unsightly outside of it.
Not sure. I think it'd be better to run it inside, but putting that thing together, it might take longer running it the right way.
We've got a 3.2 here, but we still can't get that dang hot end to print correctly.
Oh, we should get that going.
We've been trying. I just gave up on it. It's sitting collecting dust.
The V4s are so nice, though.
Mm.
Well, the V3.2 was not a cheap machine.
And I think it may have the same hot end on it.
Yeah, it's like their hex or their H, whatever the model number begins with an H, but their hot end.
Yeah. But the four, I mean, I love mine. It does not get enough use, mostly because I don't have it's sitting literally sitting on the floor right over here, just because I don't have a table tall enough because my ceiling is low right here. But when I do print on it, I usually just set it on the bricks that I have like an old fireplace area. So it's a stage now in my basement actually. But I set it on there and I print it. But I love that thing. It's fun. It's phenomenal. I love watching it print.
Well, if you don't have to peel the parts off the bed, it doesn't matter how close to the floor it is.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's close to the floor, it just piles them right on, right?
So yeah, eventually it'll just start pushing them out of the way.
So, where can people find you? I mean, like if we're looking for you, I did put in your signature when we were emailing back and forth. I know you had some stuff in there. I put that in the description of the video. And then if there's any other links you want me to put in afterwards, I can. But let people know, like, where can we go? Can we go to your website? Where do we find you on social media? That kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's going to be Autodrop3d.com. And that's probably the best way to get in contact us.
Okay.
We have a we have a little chat thing on there on the bottom of the page. So if you do go there and you start a conversation, please leave an email address just in case somebody's not there to answer immediately. We also have the email, which I'd rather not put in the comments, but if somebody hears it, it's drop@autodrop3d.com.
Okay.
And we have Twitter at Autodrop3D.
Nice. Twitter at Autodrop3D. So I'm looking quick on your website. Is the AD01L? Is that the Max V4?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're getting a special version of the machine from Steve there. He's shipping us machines which have extra wiring in them and some parts omitted.
I see. Ah, that's cool looking. All right, we'll talk about that after. I might have to. That might be a fun thing to play with. Just set it out there and let it spit parts out. So, while we're taking a minute here, I just want to go over this chat. If you guys have any questions at all for Tim, myself, or Mike, or I forgot your name again. I apologize.
Drew.
I'm going to write that down right now. Sorry about that, Drew.
You can tell who he is because he has better hair.
Ah, nice. I don't know anything about better hair. I mean, between me and Tim, I mean, come on. No.
Why do you think I wear a hat all the time?
Hey, I like that hat. It looks good on you.
Drew, you just need to go get a barber. They'll clean you up nice. That was life-changing, man. I found my buddy told me go see a barber. Dude, they'll do your beard and everything. It's great.
Nice.
Those are the guys with the giant candy canes outside, right?
Yeah. It's an experience.
You're really upset me for licking them. Though.
They get like the hot towel out. They'll shave you. They'll make you look all handsome.
Nice. So, like I said, anybody in the chat that has any questions, shoot them out there. I don't know where Aaron is. Where is Aaron? Someone just asked where Aaron was.
Aaron is at home because he was tired and he was like almost falling asleep. I was like, go home.
I know he worked this weekend because I was talking to him.
I see WF Riders in the chat. WF, I got the prototype board here. I'm going to send you. He actually, it was supposed to be a surprise, but my team was overzealous in qualifying his order. He was looking for a board. He was going to like put in a shadow box and stuff. And they were confused. They're like, why don't you just talk to him and figure out what he wants to do? So make sure we get this right. And I was talking to him. I was like, how about this? I'll do you one better. I'll send you one of the prototypes I have. It's one of the first ones. So nice. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with it because I have something cool to hang up in my office.
Right. So real quick, if anybody is in the Chicago area, giant, I saw the tweet the other day. I like it.
One of my guys clipped him onto my helping hands.
That's awesome.
It looks like you're having trouble.
Some of the people watching are probably too young to even know who Clippy is.
Looks like you need some help. So anyways, if you're in the Chicago area next week, the 11th through the 14th, Coex gave me, I have 6 of these passes free, and I'm going to put this up here. So that's what it is. It's Fab Tech. It's a big expo going on. And it is Yeah, yours is definitely better Zoom there, Tim. But
Hmm.
anyways, it's next week, the 11th through the 14th, and I'm going to give these away. If anybody's interested in these and you are around the Chicago area, or you can be around the Chicago area next week, the 11th through the 14th, let me know in chat, and I'm going to do a giveaway for these. It's Monday through Thursday. That's right. And I'll be there on Monday. So if anybody else wants to come down and meet me and say hi, we'll be there Monday. I'm going to hang out at the COEX booth, and I'm going to go check out all the awesome stuff. Wendy and the COEX crew gave me a couple tickets, and I cannot wait. This is going to be a sweet expo, and my work actually said I could leave. So that's a good thing. Also, I think, Tim, let's see. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just saw your message, Tim. So yeah, if anyone's interested, let me know on the left side there. We'll do a giveaway for these only for the people that are that are interested. I don't want to send them to you if you're in California and you can't make it or something. But we got some time left here. We're talking to Mike and Drew. I got it that time. Mike and Drew, and John is in the chat from Autodrop3d. And there's Clara, a dog. Dogs in the stream always gets us more views. So she's getting so big, I got to get down there.
She's like 70 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
She's only 9 months old.
Woof woof.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a lot of fun. And I mean, what we're doing is, I apologize. We're talking to these guys are from Autodrop3d. They were at IRF. We met them there. Well, actually, I don't remember who I met while I was standing there talking and filming that, because he's like, this one's going to drop. So I was trying to get up there and film it quick. And then, but you guys were there. You had some fun. You had a whole big setup, which was really impressive, because I think, how many machines did you guys have at IRF?
10 or 11.
No, it was 9.
It was 9.
We brought 8 of the small ones and 1 of the big ones.
8 of the small ones and 1 of the big ones. There we go. Done, Tim, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Tim's trying to add a link, and he couldn't unless he was a moderator.
I'm usually on this account anyways when I'm like in your chat.
So it was so cool though, because anyone who got 3D scanned, and there was a lot of people, had to walk right past you guys. So I imagine you guys had a good weekend talking to a lot of people, right?
It was great. We talked to way more people than we expected to. It was fantastic.
It's okay. You can say it. Translation, we talked to way too many people. And
It was a little quiet on Sunday upstairs. But on Saturday, it was pretty nice.
It was pretty slapped.
Nice. It was, it was nice to film on Sunday. I did a majority of my filming on Sunday. I still haven't got all my IRF. I don't know what's going on in my chat over here. Anyways, I still have not got all of my IRF videos done, and I found out that the microphone, I don't have it near me, that I was using was having some shorting issues. So it was a brand new mic, a brand new Rode wireless mic, and it was being crazy all weekend. So I sent that bad boy back, and
I recorded 3 full tutorial videos and with my wireless mic, and didn't realize the batteries were low, so it was cutting in and out.
Oh,
I have to reshoot 3 different tutorial assembly videos.
oh, that's crazy. So Plasma says, Mike and Drew, how many file types are supported in your system? Is it STL or the other ones?
So actually, if you want, I can share my screen and I can kind of show you a little bit here.
Sure. And then also, while you're doing that, WFO Rider says, what's the target market for this? This is a great question, guys.
Yeah, so as far as the target market goes, we're looking at like maker spaces, print farms, and that kind of stuff at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, personal users obviously can use it, but it is more of a professional kind of product. But users, on the other hand, that's pretty much for anybody who needs to 3D print something without actually having to touch the machine.
Nice.
Okay, we have our screen here. Okay, so basically the way this works is you can go and you can either just drag and drop an STL file in here,
Right.
or if you want, you can go in and you can create a new part. This is just a little bit more complex, right? You have some different options here. So you can actually design models inside our system because we have built-in CAD software for designing models. We also have OpenSCAD, which you can just basically toss a model in pretty easily there, and reevaluate it and do it all in our system. Or you can upload a mesh at this point. So if I switch it over to mesh and I save that and I come over here, I can import OBJs, SGLs, PLY, and the STLs in here. And this is actually the name of this application that we've integrated in is Sculpt GL. So we can just add in a file. Let me see whether I can find a OBJ. Do I have any OBJs? I don't know. I'm not going to upload any of those, but let me just bring in an SPL. So
are you on a Chromebook?
I am on a Chromebook. I am literally doing this all inside the web browser. There is nothing to install. That was like one of the tenets of our entire system when we put this thing together. Thou shalt not install anything.
That is so cool. Much like StreamYard right now.
Yeah. So
I just
like,
saw your Telegram thing pop up, so I said, "Oh my God, it's Clippy."
So we have this thing. This is kind of more similar to like Blender or ZBrush or whatever. You can go and make your model look absolutely terrible, or if you're skilled, you can make it look good. I just did our Benchy Cancer.
Okay.
But once I save that, it's going to push that all back into the system and allow us to print it out.
Gotcha.
But it takes a little bit of time. But I'm sharing my screen on a Chromebook, so what do you expect?
I mean, even more impressive. You're doing the stream here on a Chromebook, and you're doing all the stuff that you do inside of here on a Chromebook, which means, I mean, theoretically speaking, anyone could run this.
Absolutely. You can't do any of the modeling kind of stuff. I mean, except for maybe OpenSCAD in the browser.
Okay.
On mobile, right? So on mobile, you can't do some of this stuff. But if you're running like a desktop browser, you got all sorts of different kinds of options.
That's cool.
I'm going to go back over here and create a new part here, and I'll show you the other modeling method we have. So JSketcher, hold on a second here. Let me just save real quick. There we are. So basically, we have a parametric 3D modeler that's built in.
Okay.
So if I go and I just toss in a plane and then sketch something here, I could draw, let's just draw a rectangle. I'll take that point and I'll lock it down so it doesn't move. And then I can do some stuff like specify a distance here. So maybe I'll say that's 50. Maybe I'll specify this distance as 20. You know what? I don't like that 20, so I'm going to update that. I'm going to call that 30. Okay, so now I got a thing there. I got the standard kind of things which I can do, like I can extrude or revolve it or loft. If I have a bunch of different sketches, I can loft between them.
Okay.
Are you guys running all this on like AWS type service, or do you have actual boxes in house you're maintaining?
So right now we're running this on boxes in house. We have a small little cluster, but most of this is all happening in the browser, right? So
Okay, so you're leveraging the CPU on the computer user.
yeah, for most things. I mean, the OpenSCAD, that's running on the servers, but that's just, I mean, the way it is. I haven't done an integration for OpenJS CAD. But now if I want to do like, that extrude there, I got that thing. Let's just say I want to go and add a hole in here. Let me just go and sketch something. We don't have things like the threaded hole command yet, but that's coming. And let's just say I wanted to kind of like center this inside the box here. I can just go and center it. I got all these nice, standard kind of constraints that I can use.
Sure.
And I'm going to do something here so that we can kind of demonstrate it. I'm just going to draw kind of another line here, which is going to be the direction of my extrude or my cut. So if I go and I can cut that out and I can just make a hole like that, and that's perfectly fine. But if I want to, I can go and tell it what direction I want it to make the hole. And I can change the depth,
Sure.
And all of a sudden, now I have my thing there. And now, let's just throw in some fillets. Why not? And I got my whole model history here, down here, that you can just go back and step back in time and change the values on it, and you're good to go. So there, I got a thing. If I save that, give it a second to save. There we are. There's my thing. If I didn't want to print it in that orientation, I can rotate it. So maybe I want to print it like that because I'm a crazy person. Actually, you know what? That would probably work fine. If I want, I can preview the G code that it would produce, but because this is coming out of our CAD, I know that it's going to be good. A lot of times when
what are you guys using on the back end for the slicer?
So we're using a customized version of Cura.
Okay.
Because our auto ejection technology isn't just that it pushes the bed forward. We print out with a raft that's tapered on the front. So it peels up easier.
That's right. Because you got to push it off.
Now that the source code for that modified version of Cura is but it's an older version, so we're trying to port all those changes into the latest and then upgrade here at some point.
Oh, that's always fun.
Nice. So there's a lot of questions, and I don't have a ton of time tonight. I actually have an electrician coming.
Just want to eat those fries that I heard the timer go off for.
I'm going to create an order here real quick. So I'm going to send this over to location.
Let me throw that back in there because I want to see that.
Oh yeah, let me open it back up. Hold on. So I can hit create order. I can put in my quantity, and I can pick the location or find it on the map here. Like if I wanted to send it to my local makerspace, I could pick that one. Or if I wanted to send it over to the East Coast Rep Rap Festival, which is the one which all the printers still think they're in. I can hit create order. It comes in, and this is just basically an order, right? You can see all the items in the order.
Okay.
If I come over to the queue, I can see these. This is just my stuff that I've requested.
Okay.
If I come over here, I can see the queue for the location, and I can see other people's prints if there is anybody else who is printing stuff. So, like right here, you can see these are other people who are printing stuff.
Nice.
But I can go and I can just approve those prints, and now they're going to go get picked up by machines. So they're both on machines already.
That is super cool, man.
The only other thing that's kind of cool is you can do assemblies.
Nice.
I don't know how much more time we have here, but if I change this over to assembly and I save that, I get a BOM tab here. So I can add different pieces to that. So maybe I want a benchy in here. Maybe I want to add another assembly to it. So I can do nested structures and all that. And then I can come right over here and I can create an order and send it to a location. and boom, there's my entire order.
Wow. And it prints the assembly as you put it in order.
I mean,
or something similar to that.
It routes to whatever machine based on material and size. So it prints out in order as long as it can.
Gotcha. No, that's really cool. And I know there was a couple questions we had. Let's see. I think, where was it? Griffin. Here you go. He said, "Are there plugins?" Oh, what just happened? Oh, that was you. There we go. I was like, I thought that was me. So, are there plugins for acceleration and other values available to get the most accurate print times?
Print times. Print times are never accurate.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's hard to calculate because I get a lot of people that even are like, they swap their board and they're like, well, my print time's off. It's a little faster than the stock board, but it's still off. How do I fix that? You don't.
Yeah. So we have a time estimate on each print, but that time estimate is used for the billing and for the for the amount of material that's being used. That's used for billing.
Nice.
But you can't tell exactly how long something's going to print. That's how you get shot.
I see Sean. Sean has a good question too. For multi-part orders, how do you handle the tolerances between machines?
So at this point, we don't have a quality attribute yet, but there is a planned quality attribute.
Nice. Well, it's just, this whole thing is so cool because I think, if you could get these, like you said, in your libraries or people around that have 3D printing businesses or print farms that want to jump in on this, really anyone could just start ordering stuff and send it to, wherever they can send it per your, whoever's allowed, we'll say that. You can't just bomb your printer with a whole bunch of stuff unless
I like the whole billing thing because we actually have a second LLC set up just for doing printing. And we want to be expanding on that too. I mean, we've got 70 machines here, and 50% of the time they're idle.
That's so cool.
We should definitely talk after the stream and see about trying to get something set up.
Yeah.
The other thing our software does, and there's options for it in there as far as defining what your part is. By default, it's 3D print, but we have other options for like laser cutting and CNC and stuff like that. So those things can go into the queue, and we'd really like to work with somebody on getting some laser cutting set up through the system. We get the flat patterns. We have the flat patterns, so we figure that's going to be the next type of machine if we go and tackle it. That would be it.
Awesome. So I need to do some giveaways. Like I said, I have an electrician coming, so I can't go too long here. I'm trying to get the shop outside done so I can actually do this in a set location and not have to set this up every time I do this on Mondays. But so far, the chat has been awesome, and we've had a lot of people very engaged, and I think they really like your stuff. In the description of the video, you can find the website, and I think maybe Twitter. I can't remember what I threw in there now, but check it out. Check out the website. It's Autodrop3d.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And let's do this. So these are, if anybody is interested, we're going to start with the FabTech tickets. Now these are $50 a piece if you go to the door. And I don't know how many people are interested in winning these. So only, and make sure we all listen, only if you can get there next week between Monday and Thursday, please, throw it out there with this keyword. Otherwise, if you can't make it, please don't enter because I want to make sure someone who can use them gets them. And we'll see how many people actually can. And we'll determine how many tickets I can give away here. I only have 6, I believe. There we go. Hopefully I spelled that right? Chicago.
It's in Chicago, man.
So if you are interested, Andrew S., this is to go to FabTech. It's in Chicago, so it would be U.S. only on this one. But if anyone's interested, I have 6 of these. If not, that's okay. I just don't want to give them away to somebody who can't make it. But
So
if you are,
Are they going to have to meet you in person to get them?
I'll ship them.
Is it snowing out there yet?
Yeah, we definitely have. We had snow. Most of it's gone, but
We
there's
got like 5 inches here, but
Yeah,
it's melted.
Holy cow!
Greg's Maker Corner. Oh, okay. Yeah, if anybody can. Otherwise, I'll tell you what we're gonna do because of time, because not many people are dropping Chicago in there. Shoot me an email on my email address if you're interested. I'll ship them over. I'll mail them to you. Jim@theedgeoftech.com. Travel and lodging are not included, Matt. But or if you wear your khakis, you could probably get in for free. So I just don't know who's all watching for that's anywhere near Chicago. So what I'm going to do is let's take that out. Tim has got 2 special edition black easy ABLs, I believe. Are they the 3.1?
The 3.1. So those ones were made as a precursor to the pros. So I had a batch of 50 of those made, and I've got some left from that. So I figured some people might like them. That's actually what I put on the Woody, if you guys caught that stream. But it's all black, the tip, the casing, everything.
This guy needs.
So yeah, it's I have a bunch of them. So I figure let's give them away.
Casey says I want to go. So talking
Andrew's
about
asking U.S. only. No, we ship worldwide.
worldwide.
For the most part, we have certain countries we don't ship to because.
So for the first one, hit TH3D in the chat right now. What size is it? Someone asked, is it 15 mil?
18.
18 mil. Okay. So TH3D, throw that in the chat right now. We're going to give away a special edition black version 3.1. There's only one because he's given me. No, I'm just playing. There's 2. So,
I've got more, Jim, if you really want one.
I do.
We've never sold them. They were the only. Actually, I shouldn't say we never sold them. The printer Filament Innovations, which is a company in Pennsylvania that makes like $10,000 machines, they actually have about 20 of them because they wanted all black ones.
What is the thing actually? Is it a control board or a tip, or what are we talking about here?
It's a whole bed leveling kit.
Ah,
So like sensor, control board, fully isolated, 12 to 24 volts, and we're using Opto IC, and there's power filtering and all sorts of other fun stuff.
So if I didn't have my head, I have one like right there. I just can't run over there. I'll get caught like a dog on a leash here.
So, I mean, I'll show it off here. So this is the board for our Pro, and this is the new board. So we've got ways to, if you got bare wires for your Z end stop, you can put them in here. If you got a 3-pin like the Crealities, we got that here. 2-pin for power input, barrel jack for power input, and this 4-pin is for the sensor. And then this little switch here is if you need to flip your Z end stop wiring, because the Opto IC only lets electricity flow through one way. And our sensor plugs into this, and we've got 12 and 18 millimeter sizes.
All right, last call. About 5 seconds here. Anybody else? TH3D. Jake from State Farm needs all of the Easy ABL. He's a big fan.
Yeah, and so like this is just the PCB, but this is our this is the one that's in the kit we're giving away. This is our V3 here. So this one it was either or for direct wire, or called the Easy Connect, so 3-pin with the barrel plug for power, or these screw terminals. So, but they both work great. So.
There we go. What's going on here? He's yelling at me saying that it's not, you're not allowing eligibility here. I'm not sure. I think Nightbot's drunk. There we go. Finally. All right, David K. Congratulations. Oh, he just typed it too. That's awesome. So we're gonna do another one. I'm not sure what Nightbot's problem was. David K. Congratulations. If you want to email Tim, you want him to email you straight, Tim?
Yeah. Tim at TH3D.com. I'll post it in chat. David K. I'll tag him. And like I said, if you guys want to pick up some of the older kits, we have a bunch of them. This is just a sensor, but we have some of the older kits which we'll be clearing out on Black Friday.
All right. So we got one more. Instead of Easy ABL, I already did TH3D. What am I doing here? I'm crazy here. Let's do Easy ABL. My fault, everybody. So Easy ABL, that's the next one.
Hey, Jim, I'm going to need you to get me some more spotted cow.
All right, I'm in. Nerys is in the house. Careful.
Ooh.
He's got victims. Hey, Chris, how are you? Nice to see you. Type Easy ABL if you want to win a special edition TH3D Center full bed leveling kit. Too bad, Nerys or Chris, you're not closer. I have 6 tickets to FabTech in Chicago. I think you would just love that. We're talking lasers, 3D printing, robot, like full robotic arms and manufacturing, and it's going to be awesome.
I know. You just described heaven.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When Wendy from TH3D, she's on, and she's
From
like, hey,
OX3D?
what did I say? TH3D? I'm sorry. OX3D. She was like, hey, do you want to go? And I was like, man, if I can get off, I'm going. And she's like, I'll send you some tickets. So thank you so much from Coex. All right, everybody. Last call for Easy ABL. Throw it in there. Nice. Now I see all the we got more eligible users. So right now we have 33 eligible users, and there's 69 people in this chat. If anybody else wants to get in on this, make sure you type Easy ABL, and you could win one. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Tim will drive it to you. And no, I'm just joking. But
I'll even load your filming for you.
Nice.
If you have an ANET, let me know so I can bring the fire extinguisher.
All right.
So would like a place that you couldn't deliver to be like the Iranian embassy inside North Korea?
Yeah, there's certain. We don't ship to South Africa anymore because we had a lot of issues with packages disappearing. There's a couple. We have a list of what's allowed. Everything. Basically, if we get someone that messages us and is like, "Hey, I'm here," we check to see if there's any restrictions,
Nice.
and if we can ship there, we add them. But there's also been some countries where if you ship to them, it's over a certain dollar amount. You have to file like 5 pages worth of paperwork, and I'm just not doing that.
So I just want to throw out that Thomas, the 3D Print Viking, says we could just drive to Norway.
Norway's beautiful.
Awesome. What time? Ben, real quick, I'm going to definitely try to get some video from FabTech. I still got to get the rest of my Earth video out, whatever's good. If I have some bad interviews. That microphone I used was really bad. I have a new model coming, but I'm going to reach out to the people who had bad interviews and just say I'm really sorry, and I don't want to push it.
You should dub the interview.
Yeah,
dub the entire interview.
I might get some more views that way. But anyways, a couple quick things. I am almost to 5,000 subscribers. So please, if you are watching, you like what you see, we do this every Monday, just about every Monday. I'll let everybody know if I'm going to be here next Monday or not.
Who said every Monday?
Pretty much every Monday. We'll be here, and we do a community showcase show for you, and then a ton of other videos. I do a lot of stuff for Tim and TH3D. I'm hoping to get these guys on the show a little bit more and kind of show off some of the stuff they do, which would be a really cool thing to set up and be like, hey, you're there, push a print, and it prints here. I just think it would be super cool to show that. But check us out, 150 subscribers away, roughly. I didn't look since we've been streaming here. At 5,000, I'm giving away a printer and a whole bunch of other stuff. So
giving away a Prusa.
What was that?
You're giving away a Prusa, right?
No, not a Prusa. unless it's you're paying. Are you sponsoring it?
No, I don't want to deal with the tech support headache.
No, I'm just joking. But you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much to all the sponsors. Tim from TH3D, Robbie Mack from RPM Designs, Wendy, I know you were in here from Cox3D. Thank you guys so much. Next week, I'm pretty sure. No, you know what? I'm just saying it right now. I can't be here next week because I'm going to be at FabTech. That's what I was thinking in my head. So I will not be here.
Live from FabTech.
Yeah, live from Fab. It works on your phone.
There you go. I might try that. Well, I'm not sure what time they close, but I'll find out. I'll let everybody know. It'd be really cool to do a live
show. Like a mobile camera rig.
We could. I have it all set up, But thank you guys. I appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out, and thank you guys from Autodrop3d. We have Drew and Mike and John's in the chat too. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for the last hour here and telling us all about it. I'm super excited to see where it goes and how it all works out, because I really think this could be a huge thing for our community. I mean, there's so many people that don't have 3D printers or that would like to make something and model it and have it printed somewhere near you. And I think that could be a game changer for all of us, the people that want to print them and the people that want to design them. So good luck in that endeavors. If you ever need anything, let us know and chat. Thank you guys. If you won something, Red Light, I believe, won that second one. Yeah. So reach out to Tim. I didn't see if he responded already, but I'm pretty sure he did. I don't know if he said anything after that. I hope he's still in the chat. I can get a hold of him. I think he won something long ago with us too. But I'm just catching up with the chat, but that's hilarious. Anyways, but we got to get going. You guys have a great night. You guys hang out right here. Chat, thank you again. Thank you again for coming. I really appreciate it. We'll see you. I'll try to do it next week. It might be a little bit of time difference if we do it at FabTech, which was a great suggestion, by the way. If not, we will see you in 2 weeks, and we'll do a 5,000 subscriber giveaway show. I think that's what we're going to do in 2 weeks. But thank you guys. Stay tuned for videos coming up. We got the rep box. We're going to get that rocking and rolling. I got more Earth videos. I have some really cool Ender 5 stuff coming, so check that on the channel too. But Mike, Drew, John, thank you guys so much for coming, guys.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, Tim?
Have you built your rep box yet?
I haven't.
We should do a stream where we both build ours at the same time to see who finishes first.
Ooh,
I can't. I'm actually doing a build video.
Oh.
Before I go, did you see the side panels I got?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I don't know if I can reach. Hang on.
Just stretch.
They're so close.
Oh God.
It's okay. We're okay.
That was a printer, right? Oh,
shiny.
Look at those.
Fancy.
See the background? Man, those are sick. And I appreciate Pooch and Travis for Apyro Design made that for me. But you guys have a great night. Thank you so much.
Have a great night. Thanks.
Take it easy, everybody.